Just waiting for that lag so I can make sure the audio is working. Okay, cool. Welcome Virgo to your August predictions reading. This reading is intended for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, and we will be focusing on the month of August. When getting your predictions, I will be looking at 3 key areas of your life. Now, I do have I'm trying to fix this camera, but literally a story of my life. I do have definitions in the description box about the 3 key areas of your life and how I define them if you want to double check that. To open your reading, I'm going to go ahead and tune into your energy. Now, I highly recommend that you also just listen to my voice and connect. Take a moment to connect. Also set your intentions as well. Think about the questions you may have about the month of August or the clarity that you're seeking, and we'll go ahead and open your reading. Spirit, please tune me into Virgo's energy. Please help me offer Virgo the most clear, honest messages for their reading. Okay, so starting with the Celestial Bodies Oracle deck, let's have a look at your main theme for the month of August. What is Virgo's main theme for the month of August, Spirit? I read tropical. Thank you so much for asking that question. I think I should put it in the description box too. It's up to you if that takes away from the messages, but I do read tropical. So your main theme, Virgo, is the number 5 in the Celestial Bodies Oracle deck with the moon at the back. So I do think that this 5 is about change. We can see transitions happening in the month of August. And with the moon here, your changes are about being able to be more true to how you feel, to what you're feeling in the moment, and to some reoccurring feelings that you haven't been able to shake. You will need to honor these feelings in order to transition forward and feel like your life is moving in the right direction. This is important to you, Virgo, because it's about you feeling like progress is being made. This is specifically in relation to challenges and how these challenges have been making you feel and how these challenges have been bothering you. Instead of letting this continue, August is the time where you get to do little things and big things, which include standing up for yourself, talking when you need to talk, and moving forward when you need to move forward instead of waiting for other people. So let's have a look at your other, themes now. We're going to look at your love life first. What is going on for Virgo's love life, Spirit? What is going on in August with Virgo's love life? What is their main theme? Let's be more specific. There we go. What is your main theme? We have Virgo. So you're showing up for yourself in your love life, which I do love. Let's have a look at your finances next. What is happening in August for Virgo's money? What is their main theme for your money specifically? The card that flipped is Eros. Okay, so this is a little bit backwards. You've got earth energy in your love life, but it is your energy, so that's not bad. But then you've got infatuation with your money and your finances. So look, you may be letting your passions, your desires sort of lead you, and you may be trying to find your financial plans, your financial goals, more passion driven in order to bring back a bit of a spark and help you get back on track. Now let's have a look at your lifestyle. What is your main theme for your lifestyle in the month of August? We have 4th house. Okay, I do like to see a number 4, especially because we had the 5 over here. So with the number 4, we're seeing how The focus in your life is balance. We want to feel grounded. We want to feel safe. In the month of August, this is about having the right people around you, but also protecting your peace. So I do see the fourth house as your home and nesting and nurturing. So your lifestyle is all about nesting, nurturing, safety, comfort, and the right people. The back of the Arcana of Astrology Oracle deck, we have Solar Eclipse reverse. Now, this card is going to supplement each aspect of your reading, so we're going to use it as we delve deeper into these themes. Let's start with your love life. So, Virgo energy. Spirit, when it comes to love, what can Virgo expect in the month of August? Let's get some specific predictions now. What can Virgo expect in the month of August? Okay, took a little while. We have polygamy, which is the 9 of staffs reversed, mind you. So this is the 9 of, actually it's blades. I always see the wood and I think, oh, that's wands. No, it's blades. So this is like the 9 of swords and it's reversed. So no polygamy. What else can you tell us about the 9? Another 9. This is the 9 of shields, 9 of pentacles. And your last card is warrior woman. Okay, let's put that up there. Let's bring these down here. So the 5, lots of uneven numbers, odd numbers. The back of the deck is 3. Your love life feels like something that is growing in its own way. There's a bit of a transition happening here, but it's happening in a way that feels a little awkward, at times uncomfortable, and we're centering it around what we need to do. We're being in service to ourselves here with Virgo upright. Now, if Virgo isn't your sun or your moon's, if Virgo isn't your sun sign or your rising sign, you may be trying to be in service to others. If Virgo is your moon sign, for example, or your Venus sign, it feels like you're trying to be in service to others in August. And you're trying to, just wiping my nose, make sure that when it comes to romance, you're not holding yourself back. So this is mixed, so I'm going to do my best to give you clear messages. But for all of you with corn dance and solar eclipse both reversed, the main energy in your love life in August is about trying to narrow things down, whether it's the challenges that you're experiencing in your relationship or in your love life completely. We don't want to overcomplicate it. We're trying not to involve too many people, even if we want their support. We're trying to make sure that when it comes to romance, we're not easily distracted by other people, what other people are doing, and even by what other people want. You're trying to be very clear, but your feelings are also a little bit uncertain. There's a part of your emotional being that you can't wholly trust in love. So you're using your instincts and your Virgo gut instinct to guide you. And you're trying to be logical and also grounded. It's not necessarily about being practical, but you're trying to be grounded. You're trying not to react prematurely. You're trying to be very, that's the best way I can describe it, is grounded. It feels like we're taking a deep breath before we even react, let alone act. So with your love life, this solar eclipse energy makes me think that you're either learning from other people's mistakes in love, or you're trying not to let something get the best of you. It's almost like you're doing what you can to prevent something from happening here. and you're doing it in a way that feels very internal. There's a lot going on in your head. Other people don't realize how much thinking you put into your actions. And so that's why we're not listening to other people, we're not trusting other people, we're trusting ourselves. We're going with our instincts and we're saying, this doesn't feel right, or this does feel right, so this is what I'm going to do. And this is where we see the growing and the transitioning, because the Nine of Blades reversed is saying you're having a hard time trusting the process, trusting the unknown, and trusting other people. So instead of waiting and being in a position of overthinking, you're choosing to use your logic and doing what you need to do so that you don't have regrets. August is about you either taking action and doing something or not worrying about it and just moving forward. The Nine of Swords reversed. I'm not going to lose sleep over this. I'm going to put my energy elsewhere, or I'm going to do something about it. So no regrets is how this energy starts in August. With your love life, this could look like you addressing something that's been on your mind with a specific person or about something in your love life. You need to either address it or move forward, but we're not dwelling on it and we're not letting it get the best of us here. So this is about, again, eliminating challenges and trying to clear obstacles in your love life. Now, moving to the Thunderbird card, this is where we see your love life become more about you. Even if you have those Virgo placements in your moon sign or your Venus sign, as much as you can be of service to others, you need to be of service to yourself. And in August, the core energy is about lifting yourself up, putting yourself in a position where, with the Nine of Shields, you aren't forgetting who you are, what you have, and how much you bring to the table. You're showing up as a high value person who has a lot to lose, but also a lot to protect with this Nine of Shields. And so you're being very careful, and this is where we see this odd number, the number 9, be more about trying to figure out, well, where to from here with your love life. Now, up until this moment, we're not really getting much from your love interest. We're seeing a lot about you, and we're seeing a lot about how you want to handle your love life in the month of August, regardless of what other people are doing. They can waste time doing things that confuse, other people, but you're not going to waste your time feeling confused. You're going to focus on what you need to, and you're going to hold yourself down. So if you're single, I feel like this is you maybe putting somebody in a position where it feels like an ultimatum. It feels like, yes, we have spent time together, but I need to know what is going on before we move forward. And if you're in a relationship already, it just feels like you're doing this to that person. You're saying, I need to know this. I need to have answers in order to move forward. I need to be more certain about where I stand. And if not, I'm just going to focus on myself. So this Nine of Shields feels very much like you defending yourself, holding yourself down, and reminding yourself that you're a high value person. I do think that this could lead towards you spending more romantic energy, which could include like pampering yourself on yourself. There's a strong sense of self-made freedom, independence, and security in this Nine of Shields. So the warrior woman is where we get a hint of somebody else in your love life. We could see with the bottom deck energy that you're trying to prevent more challenges from happening. And so you're trying to remove challenges. You're trying to be clearer about what you want. and you don't want to be misled into a situation that you didn't agree to, especially if it involves somebody having to choose between you and another person. Well, I'll make that decision for you, is what this is saying. So with the Five of Cups reversed, whatever does happen, it's not going to get the best of you. You're getting over hard feelings very quickly by being more in control of the narrative. You're not letting people kind of put you in uncomfortable situations. You're getting yourself out of that, and you're making sure that you're not disappointed, because the only person that can disappoint yourself is yourself. So instead of letting people get the best of you, you're making these decisions for them. And in some ways, it does feel like you're just done with either playing games or being in spaces where you don't know what's happening next. You don't want that. So that's what's showing up in your love life. It feels like a transition period of holding yourself down and staying true to who you are and the high value person you know you are, and also not settling for less and making sure that you're not disappointed. And the best way that you can do that is to make sure that you show up for yourself. So that's what I'm seeing in love, Virgo. We're going to move forward now, and we're going to have a look at your money. With your money, we had Eros, which I thought was very interesting. It's the infatuation card. Usually it's like an energy of a crush. So let's see what is happening here for Virgo spirit when it comes to their finances, their money in the month of August. What can you tell them? We have Medicine Woman reversed. What is happening, Spirit? The main character card reversed. And we have Maiden of Vessels. At the back of the deck is the giveaway dance. So this is our Six of Shields. Not feeling generous at all. So either we're trying to... Hang on, what is this, Spirit? Are they trying to... It feels like you're gathering more information about a intended position or contract, but you're not wanting to commit to it. So when it comes to money, this could be about a loan, a job position, a impersonal, like more of like a less professional proposition. Someone could be wanting to come towards you to, you know, propose something. We're getting more information about how our money could work in the future and what exchanges we could be making to better our financial position. There's something about this that also feels like you're supporting somebody else financially, or you're kind of giving them money, but you want to make sure that you're not put in a more challenging position. Your finances are something you are trying to take seriously, but there is some sort of passion or interest that has your focus when it comes to your money. And either a lot of your money is going towards this passion or interest, or you're using your passion or interest to try to invest your money wisely and to think about ways that you can spend your money that is exciting, that, you know, really stirs this passion and interest without being something that's a dead end financially. So it is exciting, but there is also a lot of trying to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of, is the best way that I could describe it, especially with the main character card reversed. With Medicine Woman here, this is our Empress, and she's reversed. So you start August feeling like, what can I do? Because I don't feel like I am where I need to be. I don't feel like I'm making the most out of my natural abilities, my skills, my experience. And I also feel like I need to be careful because I don't want to overdo it. The Empress doesn't want to be a slave to the system, doesn't want to work hard. The Empress wants to have a soft life, wants to feel like what they're doing creates meaning, but it isn't working them to the bone. So with the Empress reversed, you may be feeling like your life and your money is just not in balance with your nature. It feels like things are depleting you. What you're having to do to make money, or the way in which you're spending money, is taking away from who you are rather than adding to your nature and to how you want to spend your time. So the medicine woman is feeling like a revelation in August that shows you that your time is numbered in this specific exchange of money. Could be a job, could be a lifestyle, which we'll see next. But you do need to be more aware of how your interactions with money are very short. It's like money comes in and it goes straight away. It's not really growing, and it's not giving you that soft life that part of your nature needs. So being aware of the problem is one thing, but what I think is happening here is you may be making sacrifices in order to try to get ahead in the future. That's why the Six of Shields could be reversed as well, needing to either borrow money or help other people out. And it feels like it's a sacrifice, but it's also somewhat gratifying. Like there is an exchange being happened here. Even if the payments are high, or the loan is unexpected, we're doing it because we're getting something out of it. That's our mother, for example, and we need to look after her, so we're going to give her money. That's a car payment, so we need to spend that money because we need a car. So whatever it is, there's a gratifying reason, but when we look at your money, you're giving more than what you're actually getting. Main character energy reversed can feel like you not making the most out of who you are, having to settle for less of a position in your career or workplace, or even being underestimated as someone who could be more capable, better paid. It also feels like this is how you may feel that other people are seeing you more than how you see yourself. The fact that these two cards showed up for you, Virgo, says that you know who you are, what you are somewhat capable of, and you may feel like you're cutting yourself short by exposing yourself to a very limited range of financial opportunities. So with the Maiden of Vessels here, August may not be the best month for thriving financially, but it is the month where we try to figure out ways in which our emotional being can enjoy whatever money we have. And it may be small experiences because it's a Maiden of Vessels. The Maidens are like pages in this deck. But it is something, and it's going to be enough to kind of carry us through. So I do see some sacrifices being made here with your finances, trying to pay off debts, trying to settle with opportunities that just help get you by. They don't seem to feel like they make the most out of your skill set and who you are as a person, what you're capable of as an employee, and how strenuous your work ethic can be. But that's not the point. We're trying to focus on bringing passion into our lives, and we're using our finances to focus on something that we are interested in. And this is a way of bringing more play, more fun, and a bit more of a light-hearted energy into your finances. So is there anything else we can say to just clarify this energy before we move forward? Because I feel like I'm missing something here. Is there anything else you can clarify? King of Crystals, okay, and the Page of Crystals at the back of the deck. Look, you may be spending your money on someone this month, or you're trying to figure out how to either separate yourself from them or pay them back, or get them to pay you back. There is a feeling here of you being under somebody else's control a little bit and having to do what they tell you to do, whether they're an actual person or more of an authority figure with this King of Wands. It feels like there's a lot out of your control and you're just having to work in the system as it works and just sort of get things done. This isn't your design. This wasn't your plan, but these are the rules you have to follow, is what it feels like. And you're looking at it as a temporary situation. It's a means to an end. It's going to serve its means and then it's going to end. So we just need to get through it. We need to play by the rules for now, and then we're going to get out. That's what it feels like with your finances. Let's have a look now at your lifestyle. This is where I think we'll get more clues about what is going on overall. So your lifestyle includes your habits, your free time, your family, your friends, how you spend your free money as well. Anything that isn't going towards an expense will show up in your lifestyle. So it's a pretty big area of your life, really. And we have a fourth house here, which tells us overall what the themes are in your lifestyle. But let's get some tarot out. What can Virgo expect in their lifestyle, Spirit? Okay. Interesting. At the back of the deck is the Three of Pipes. So the Three of Wands reversed. Your lifestyle seems to be about making sure that you aren't getting too carried away. There's a lot that you want to do. I see aspirations. I see desire for more experiences. I see you waiting for things to get better. I see you being a little bit frustrated and feeling delayed by other external factors or other people. You don't feel like you can rely on as many people as you thought you could. And it is impacting your lifestyle. It means that certain experiences may not be happening the way that you expected. Either you have to delay them or you have to try to figure out how to do it by yourself. But this card says joint effort. It talks about the Three of Wands as something that requires collaboration. And I do see my threes in tarot as expansion and creation. But we're really seeing the fact that, you know, more than two hands makes things easier. And what am I hearing? Many hands make slight work. So with that card reversed, you are protecting your peace for a reason, Virgo. You may be feeling like people are not as reliable as you thought they were. And August is the month where you're not letting it get the best of you. It is what it is. There is a feeling here of almost shutting down, but from your perspective, people showed you where they stand. This isn't you shutting down at all. This is you doing what you need to do, relying on yourself, your close people, and just protecting your peace. So from my perspective on the outside, it looks like you're spending a lot of time in your own bubble. And the Chief of Blades is our King of Wands. This is a very diplomatic stance to take. You don't want to say or do anything you're going to regret, but you're also in a position where you may feel like you need to be the bigger person, and it may feel like you're the one that has to bear the brunt of the responsibility, whether this is about keeping the peace or moving forward and finding some way to mediate between people in order to move forward. We see with the Matriarch of Blades reverse, there are tensions between your family or your friends, and your energy is, I want to stay out of it, but you may actually need to do or say something in order to protect your peace. If you haven't already, you could be putting somebody in their place, and you could be telling them what it is and how it's going to be moving forward. Our Queen of Blades is more of an observer until breaking point. With that card reversed, the Queen of Blades, the Matriarch of Blades, can cut somebody down into pieces with their words, with their receipts, with their facts. And to be honest, Virgo, you have that in you as well. You're the most underestimated earth sign for how petty, but also evidence-based your arguments can be. You don't waste words, you don't mix words, you don't mince meaning. It is what it is. So we see with the matriarch of blades here, you're not afraid to pull out receipts, to do what you need to do, and to say what you need to do. And the thing about it is, other cards can talk about people being angry. That's something else. An emotion like anger, that's something else. This is precision. This is like, there could be other feelings under this, but this is attacking with precision. So for the Chief of Blades to be upright, you know what you're doing and you're going to do it well. And the core of that is about protecting your peace, making sure that you're taken care of, and ultimately cutting people out who weren't there for you and who showed you that they can't be there for you, either to rely on or to even expect the bare minimum from, is what this feels like. So the Shaman card leading all of this is our Hierophant. Now, you could be in a position where you're even giving advice to other people, but it feels like you're leading with your values. You're leading with, again, your instincts keeps coming back in this reading. You're using your wisdom from your experiences, your instincts, which is your nature and your values, to guide you through your lifestyle and to help you make decisions that are going to positively change your life for the better. This is another 5, so we are transitioning, but we're doing it on our terms and with the right sense of structure to it, under the right advice. And it feels like you're actually giving advice to others, but you could be getting advice from somebody that you trust, from somebody that you rely on. Could even be a professional. I'm even hearing like therapist or, some sort of professional. But this is your energy towards your lifestyle. This is how you're spending your free time in August. This is reflecting the habits that you choose to form. And this is also reflecting those platonic relationships between friends and family. Holding yourself down is the priority. Keeping your close circle close is also a part of what's getting you through this month. But acknowledging that difference between your close circle and those who have shown you that they can't be there for you is really that transition that you're making. You're distancing yourself from those people and you're doing what you need to in order for that to happen. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Virgo. That is your August month. I hope this was a helpful reading. You may have messages in your other signs, but thank you so much for all of your energy, for your time, and for your support. I wish you a beautiful month ahead. Look after your beautiful self until we cross paths again. I wish you prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy on your journey ahead. Bye.